Hello everyone, and welcome back to Renowned Explorers International Society Random Run number 3. We're about to go on our 4th expedition. And let's see here. I'm gonna remind myself what I'm up to, because this is a new recording session. Alright, so we have to choose a new trait org. And I think I liked what I did last time, which worked out very, very well. Where I also go for engineering and get the treasure hunt every time I find treasure, as well as the discovery. Just incentivizes finding those treasures, which is really nice. And the 3 supplies right off the bat, as opposed to like psychology where you have to buy them, and history where I have to get all the way to the bottom of the tree for it. I like getting that early supplies right now. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, and the extra tool, by the way. For unlocking engineering, one of my favorite things. I love having those tools. Alright, do we want 1 to 3 research to collect, or do we want to get to these supplies faster? Plus the treasure hunt. I think I'd rather get to the supplies faster, honestly, in this particular case. Go grab that. Let's go and use some insight. Oh, I think Agatha is the obvious choice here. See how many we have to use to get another tech option. 49 to 84 every time. That's quite the range. There we go. It's got it unlocked. And there's his extra supplies. It's unlikely I can get 2 more, which I'd love, but let's see here. Let's take a look at our entourages. Tactician, Archaeologist, Diplomat Rogue, and Beguiler Engineer. Got the Archaeologist we're working on for Agatha. He already has Excavation, so that Archaeologist isn't going to be helpful. We've got an Engineer and a Rogue here with Philippe, and we've got our Diplomat Naturalist with Hildegard. So Rogue Sneaking, we already have actually here. And so Engineer Steam Engines is the main one there. And also, plus 1 to 2 stats from Study. We're getting a lot of Study, so that might be very, very good. Let's go ahead and give that to Philippe here. And learn to Engineer Steam Engines. Alright, now we do have enough for probably 1 more Specialist. Let's see, let's check our other shop here. Yeah, let's pass on those. How about here? We could afford one of these. Rogue Mischief and Surprise. We already have none of those. Okay, so we could get either one of those. And Advanced Tools or Combustion. Either one of those would be... well, the Combustion. So we could do Combustion for that. Would I rather have an Engineer or a Rogue perk? Well, this one gives plus 1 Study whenever a level 4 Engineer succeeds on the Adventure Wheel, which we would get if we added this perk. We would not have a level 4 Rogue, so that means that Professor Akanati is the better choice. And we will give that to Philippe, and he will learn Combustion. Alright. Very good. Now, gold. Now, there is an argument to be made for waiting on the gold until we unlock our really, really good trinket shop from the Engineer tree. However, we also talked about getting better versions of the Book of Bedazzling, Confidence, and Confidence, which we could afford if we upgraded the shop once. We could get the 400 gold versions, which have 14 speech power instead of 5. Or we could try to get some things that have some extra perks on them. Engineer Automata, plus 20% of your grit to your attack. Pretty nice. He has a decent amount of grit. It would be basically plus 5 attack, which isn't bad in any way. But we're not using attack very much. We're speech based, so that's not that great for the extra buff. Archaeologist, History, and Legends. Do we have both of those already? Yes, we do. Okay. There's Engineer, Piloting, and Tinkerer plus 1 movement. And we don't have either of those, so that would be amazing. Let's you know what? We're going to level up and grab that, because that puts him at Engineer 6 and gives him +1 movement speed, which is really nice. Let's see what else we got here. Survivalist spotting, okay. +10 spirit. Naturalist classical physics. Would be nice for Hildegard, but she already has classical physics, and she doesn't need the +5 attack power. Rogue sneaking, do we have that? Yes, we do. That doesn't help us, and +5 armor is not good enough to be useful on its own. There's survivalist navigation, extra 20 armor to people near, and it would be near Hildegard. She could take that for the survivalist navigation. Or diplomat etiquette and customs. I believe she has both of those already. Yeah, she does. How about the bonus? Extra hit chance, not that great. Okay. So if anything, we'd give the cork hat to Hildegard, and I don't think that's worth it. I think instead, I'm going to take a look at these real quick. Naturalist electromagnetics doesn't have that one. It would also give +5 speech defense, which is nice. That might be worth it. Diplomat customs already has it. Survivalist cooking. I mean, could give her that. Diplomat negotiations, he's got that. Naturalist geology and athlete. Rogue bluffing. He does not have rogue bluffing. No, it would give him extra attack chance, which he doesn't need. Thinker, beguiler, and tactician, and we don't have any tactician levels. Alright, so I think I'm going to give Hildegard the Naturalist Electromagnetics perk. That puts her at a level 4 Naturalist, which could come in handy. And I think we will save the rest of it and try to get some more gold for getting new stuff from our new trinket shop later. Let's choose our new destination. We could go to the Anagogic Archipelago again. Tactician, Survivalist, Rogue, and Archaeologist. We have 3 of the 4. Pretty good. And we only have... Excuse me. We only have 2 levels of Rogue. It may be worth it to actually come back here, even though I said I wanted to save the money. Come back here and find that item that gave a level of Rogue. Rogue Bluffing. Yeah, Rogue Bluffing. We can get to this right now if we wanted to. And make him a level 3 Rogue. In lieu of having advanced tools. So it only makes him a level 5 Engineer, but a level 3 Rogue. And I think that's worth it. We'll hold on to this. We might want it later, but for now, let's take that away. Now let's go to the Anagogic Archipelago. So now we have a level 3 Rogue. Their Survivalist is very, very low, only level 1. But we have a very good Archaeologist, so hopefully that's enough. Okay, so let's try it. Let's try it. Go reject some free mugs. Alright, Boba the Misadventurous has had a misadventure and gone missing. Time to organize a search party. Let's go. I'm recording this on a Saturday night. Very late, in fact. You could technically call it Sunday morning. Let's see here. We can ask for a location of a stupa, or we can ask for a free mug, and we're going to ask for the location of a... There we go. So I'm a little tired, but, you know, time to record. Let's do it. And I do have a, I'll try to record quite a bit tomorrow. I do have an interview on Monday, so I'm not going to be able to record, at least not in the morning. The crew's had enough of eating fish all the time. It's time for a different meal. Okay, what do we want? No one has a great chance of succeeding, so I think we'll just say fish is fine. Take the study and the 1 supply. Agatha shouldn't make such a scene. I mean, that's been true for this entire run so far. Fish is a treat for any explorer. I actually very much like fish. Used to love orange ruffy, which was an awesome whitefish, but it is not sustainably farmed in the US. And so it's very bad for the environment. So I stopped eating that years and years ago. Tilapia, of course, classic, very sustainable, excellent texture, and can be paired with almost anything for a very, very nice meal. Especially like a tortilla crusted or with like a lemon parmesan, something like that. Very good. All right, tactician, beguiler, or quick thinker. And we don't have any of those. Might have 1 level quick thinker. Yeah, 1 level quick thinker. So maybe we'll try to get some supplies instead. All right, 3 supplies. Unfortunately, most of those are going to go waste. That's a little unfortunate. Oh, the talking heads. I remember them. You're met by a positively strange person. This woman looks a bit like an ape person. They call themselves orangs. He has an interesting proposal. I always wanted to measure my strength against a non-orang. Want to do a little arm wrestling with me? I've never seen this event, and I'd love to be able to do it, but we don't have an athlete of any sort. I don't mind taking the minus 100% attack, but we literally have a 0% chance on two of them, and only have 5% on Agatha, so I don't think that's worth even trying. We'll just take the collect and move on. I might want to save that tool for something more exciting. The terrified Hildegard comes to Philippe. Her movement and body language are slower than her usual panicky self. What is wrong with this girl? Okay. She's scared of the future. We all are. Should she pursue a career in physics? What about magic? She's such a geek. Do boys even like her? I mean... Never mind, we'll move on. She misses the comfort and security of her mommy. Okay, you're a little young to be worried about if boys like you, probably. Poor Hildegard. It's true, the future is scary. No one knows what's going to happen. All you can do is try your hardest and surround yourself with good friends. Okay. So they like each other. Let's see what kind of buff they got. 10% attack power, plus 10 grit, and the engineer clockwork perk. That's interesting. And 10% speech power. Alright, well, okay. I guess we'll... You know what? There's possibility of a treasure here. Let's try for that, and then we'll go down to this epic encounter if we don't see anything else more. This must be the town of the orang people you met before. Their culture seems advanced, and there are all kinds of little shops you can visit. Let's look at the trinket shop. There's a treasure for sale for one resolve. We have bought this one, so I've gotten this treasure. It is worth a discovery and a treasure hunt. Is that worth one resolve? Probably. Let's get some collect first. Let's get the treasure. Oh, you know what? We didn't get the skill that gives us the treasure hunt, but we still get the discovery, and we'll take true treasure hunt. There we go. All right, and we don't want supplies, so we're just gonna leave. And let's go down and see what this epic encounter is all about. Now, I have done this one once before. Agatha remembers a tale of mystical talking heads. This must be the place. A group of 3 talking monkey heads are having fun with each other. And that's what he said. Ha ha, fa, 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 fa. This is weird. What's the worst that could happen? The talking heads turn around angrily. How do they turn around? They're stone or something. We hate people when they're not polite. We'll now kill you with our curse unless you convince 2 of us not to kill you by amusing us. And no one can amuse us twice. We all have to be talented. Okay, so once one person has amused a head, they can't be used again. So we really need to see what we can do here. The talkative head is probably going to want someone to talk to them diplomatically, and Hildegard can probably do that. Yeah, Hildegard talks politics with the head. Very nice. 75% chance. I really hope we succeeded this, because I don't want to waste the 2. Alright, very good. The two have an intense but polite discussion about the state of the empires. Hildegard is pretty sure all these empires will surely fall, and the talking head is intrigued by her arguments. Pretty clever. Very well, I think you deserve to live. Alright, we need to convince one more. And let's look at the old head, because maybe the old head will appreciate talking to an older lady. I would really like you to tell me a story of yours long gone. There's a story in our old language on the stones on the floor. Read it to me. We are vain and we are blind, so I won't do it myself. And 88% chance should be more than enough, I would hope. Yeah, there we go. Good job, that story is hilarious. I was actually just asked something at which I thought you would fail, but now I'm well-humored. You can live for all I care. Alright, so we did it. We are quite surprised this encounter was so refreshing that we want to give you a souvenir. So inside his mouth is a treasure, and we get drums of the talking head. Ooh. +1 treasure hunt for each 2 treasure hunt you got on this expedition so far. Well, that would only be 1. A secret for each 2 secrets, that would be 0. Or just 3 treasure hunts, and we'll take that. Fantastic. How nice to gain to have met such legends. Their voices were phenomenal, too. Maybe they should start a band. I mean, that would be ideal. They can't move from this spot, probably, so we wouldn't have to listen to them. That would be nice. Alright, cultural challenge. Let's see. I've never seen your kind around here. What are you up to? Are you trying to steal our goods? Nope, Hildegard is going to diplomatically ease the tension. The 2 share a drink, and he shares some secrets. Very nice. And there is our campfire. Let's take a look at what we got. Okay, tactical insight. +3 campaign, which may insight with a level 3 tactician. We don't have a level 3 tactician. We would get 300 renown for a completed research tree, but we can probably get 450 if we wait one more round. Or renowned archaeologist. Do we have a level 5 archaeologist? Yes. So this is probably worth doing. We only have one expedition left, so we can only save one of these cards for later. And of these two, it makes sense to save this one for the extra 150. Might as well play Renowned Archaeologist now. An opportunity arises to compete for the title of Most Renowned Archaeologist. The crew enlists Agatha for it. And the results came in. First, Agatha will enter the Archaeologist Hall of Fame. Extra renown there that'll help us beat Ravelo at the end. And let's see what's odd here. This is the stupa. This must be one of the ancient stupas. It's well preserved. There are 3 symbols on the stupa, each of another color. We have activated 0 so far. So let's. I've always said that I'd like to try to activate 1 of each. I've never done that. Let's start by doing the red one. A heavy roar. The crew looks around a bit confused. What just happened? The crew feels like they experienced an encounter. 3 encounter tokens, and each crew member gains 1 experience point. Alright. Let's continue looking around. We have a lot of supplies left. Let's just go down here. Okay, nothing of interest here. Alright. And there's an encounter of some sort, looks like. These birds have been following your boat for hours now. You're pretty sure one of them called you Rivalo. Now they've done it. Let's get them. Okay. We're insulted that they misnamed us. Alright. We've got devious birds, looks like. It's only 3 of them? Nope, 2 more over here. Okay, so we got 5 total. Let's take out this one behind us first if we can. Looks like it's going to be a little hard, but with 2 people we probably should be able to do it. Let me remind myself what her aura does here. I can see the aura around Agatha. Which aura is this? I don't remember. Lowers speech defense. Okay, right. So we do want to make sure we bring Agatha in close before we attack in the future. Okay, Philippe. Do anything to these guys on your own? Not really. Alright, let's back you up instead. And we could make someone confident, but there's really no point. We could make our whole party excited. That might be worth it. Yeah, let's do that. We're kind of wasting the healing there, but it's making us all stronger, so there's that. Okay, well, he's going to try to change the move, but doesn't manage to because we buffed ourselves up there. Hopefully we can do the same here. Alright, there we go. Very nice. Hopefully we can finish these 2 before those guys get into range. That's not very good. That's a little bit better. We'll start with that. So yeah, I'm a little worried about my interview on Monday. Not because of anything in particular, just because, hey, interviews are stressful. Just the way it is. I'm interviewing with a railroad company who needs some jobs. Hopefully a nice agreement. I am working through a headhunter agency, so I know that they worked with this company before with good results, but I'm pretty sure they're sending multiple candidates in to talk to them, so chances are they'll be selecting among several viable candidates that the same headhunter group is all sending in. We'll see how it goes. I'm a little worried about it just because, again, it is an interview. A little stressful. Overall, should be okay. I hope. I hope it will be. I'm probably asking a little bit more than they're going to be willing to pay is my big concern. But that's because I do have a bachelor's degree, which they weren't asking for. They were asking for a bachelor's degree. And so, of course, they were willing to. They were offering pay at the bachelor's level. But it would be really bad for my career, the future, if I accepted a bachelor level salary. I will if I get offered it and I don't have any other options, which at the moment I don't. If they come back to me in however long it takes, a week or so, and offer me a low end salary, I'll probably accept it. I certainly would have to think about it and talk to my wife about it pretty seriously. But at least for going in, I need to request at least a median master's level salary, just so I don't look like I'm underselling myself too much. And so I'm a little concerned that they're going to go with someone who does not have a master's degree, who has a bachelor's or even no degree at all, just because they will accept less money. We'll see how it goes. That happens sometimes. Trials and tribulations of job hunting. At least in America. I don't know how it works in other countries. I have never really looked into that or asked that question. For those of you who do watch, I know there are some of you from other countries, do you negotiate your salaries when you go into a job offer? I imagine you would, right? Yeah, let me know. I'm interested in that. Yeah, let me know how that works. All right, are we gonna investigate the shallows here? Nah, let's just take 2 collect and move along. I don't want to take the debuff to our speech defense. I think that might be important on this mission. Okay, so this mountainous area has something special, but we can't see it yet, so we'll have to come back here to find something exciting. I'm getting a little low supply, so I'm going to move over here toward the end and see what we can find. When the crew is still on land, they managed to obtain a book of Hindu folklore. Sadly, the whole thing is very cryptic, but Agatha is a level 4 archaeologist and has new insights. She finally understands the logic and ideas behind the text. Fantastic tales indeed. Alright. Agatha looks deep into the water, and Hildegard jokes that Agatha's reflection indeed looks magnificent today. Of course, that's not what's going on. There's a light shimmering deep in the water. If we had an athlete, we could go get it, but we don't, so we're just going to take some easy coins. Alright, something odd here. Maybe a stupa? Yes. Okay, now we already did one red. Let's take a blue one. The heavy sound of a gamelan comes from the stupa. The crew looks around a bit confused. What just happened? We got more gold. Okay. Interesting. The reason, by the way, that I'm recording fairly late tonight, let's go up here to see what's around here, is because my wife and I were playing Engineer or Rogue and their supplies. Let's go do it. We're playing Plague Incorporated. They just had a new update, and it's a very good game, and we like to play it together. We like to play it in co-op and competitive. Expecting some goods. We do have a chance to steal some. Yeah, some chance. Let's take it. Let's take the 59. I was considering actually recording some of that for the channel. It was actually my wife's idea. She was wondering if it would be interesting to record some co-op or competitive Plague Incorporated, as well as maybe do a couple videos on how to get certain achievements and how to succeed at different scenarios. I do have Mega Brutal on several of the different types of diseases in Plague Incorporated, which is the hardest difficult. And I have gotten several of those unlocked and gotten the achievements for them. So I do have a, some amount of knowledge of how to play the game in a successful way. So yeah, let me know if you think that sounds interesting, if you know of the game. If you don't know of the game, it's kind of a strategic disease spreading game. As weird as that sounds. If anyone's ever played the board game Pandemic, it's sort of the video game version of that. Except in Pandemic, you're trying to cure the diseases that are ravaging the world, and in Plague, you are the disease ravaging the world, and you're trying to kill everyone before the civilization can beat you by curing you or finding a cure. It's an interesting game. You may see some of that on the channel sooner or later. The ocean is restless and the waves are very high. The crew suspects some seismic activities. Again, there's something here, but we don't know enough about it to find it yet. Priests of the temple surround an ancient ruin. They can't agree on the cryptic clues left behind on the mural. Okay, let's take a closer look at it. We'll have to get through them first, but that's okay. But yes, anyway, we played more Plague than we expected to. I think we started at 7 or so and played until after midnight. So by the time we wrapped it up and she went to bed, it was 1. And yeah, so now I'm recording. That's the thing that happened. Okay, let's see here. Let's bring Agatha over. Can't quite take any of them out in one turn. Maybe if we lectured first we could, but a little worried about leaving Philippe up there alone. Let's bring Philippe down. Hildegard down here. So we'll just get rid of one of these guys. The other one is going to live. And then we'll try to finish him off next turn along with anyone else who comes close. Okay. Philippe is going to take quite a bit of damage this turn. He should live, but we'll have to keep him out of the way or heal him for the next turn. Ooh, I was going to say that's going to be really close, but we managed it. Alright. Okay, we should definitely try to get a lecture off, probably. Yes, in fact, if we get a lecture off on these guys, that'll take care of one of them, and at least weaken the other. Then we can bring Hildegard up. And we could just cheer Philippe. That's an option. Can Philippe take out this guy on his own? Stab him? You can stab him. Okay, let's do that. So we're going to cheer Philippe. And if he can't finish off this guy with speech... Oh, he can now because he got buffed too excited. Okay, great. That's what I wanted to see. If he couldn't die, we would have just stabbed him and then gone back to friendly as soon as possible. It wouldn't have been the end of the world. But if we manage to stay in friendly, we might as well. And we should survive this just fine, even if we get another AoE on top of our faces. I don't know, though. Agatha's pretty low. Okay, good. She didn't get the AoE off. We could use Philippe's AoE heal here. If we wanted to. We keep Agatha healthy. Might be worthwhile. Can't quite hit both of them. Ah, can't quite hit both of them. That's too bad. Could always do that. Let's do that. Leaves Agatha low, which is a little... You know what? Let's just heal her. This is going to make her impressed, which will mean she takes more damage, but at least she's almost full health. I've actually been playing quite a few other games, non-channel games, recently, just for my own, just for my own fun. I want to keep doing that. I don't want to stop playing for fun and just play for the channel. Although I'm not saying the channel isn't fun. Recording for the channel is definitely entertaining, but I also want to make sure I continue playing games in my own free time, just for my own enjoyment, because otherwise it's really easy, I'm sure, to get burnt. I don't know that for a fact. I've never done this before, but everything I hear is that you're better off making sure that you continue your own, playing for your own enjoyment, just to make sure that you don't get too worn out on just the couple games that are going on. And especially right now, since I only have a few games on the channel at once, mostly because I'm trying to figure out what people enjoy and what they don't, I need to have more variety than that. So far, I haven't seen too much interest in cactus fishing, which is okay. There's been some of you that watch it very regularly, and I really appreciate that. But overall, it seems like there hasn't been too much interest in it. And Philippe's gonna go down there, but no, could be worse. Which is fine. No worries there. So I've been looking around to see what else I might want to try for the channel. And I want to make sure I keep things realistic, especially because there's a chance that I will be starting a job. I don't know that for a fact. I mean, for all I know, negotiations tomorrow could go poorly, or they could choose someone else. In fact, it's more likely they choose someone else than me if there's more than one other person competing, which I suspect there is. But on the off chance that I do end up starting a job relatively quickly, that's going to cut down very heavily on the amount of time I have to record. So I've been looking into how to best use my time. And I still have some ideas for the channel. Things like Incorporated is one. I thought about doing Sunless Seas in preparation for Sunless Skies coming out relatively soon. Apparently Ed McMillan has a new game that he's getting ready to come out that could be very exciting, and I definitely want to look at that when it comes out. Oh, for those of you who don't know, Ed McMillan is the guy who did Binding of Isaac, if you're familiar with that game. Excellent game. So yeah, there's a couple things I've had in mind. I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter recently, which is really fun. I've always loved Monster Hunter. It's not a game I intend to do for the channel because I do not have a capture card through the Wii U, which is the console I currently play it on. But it's just a game I enjoy. And if you haven't checked it out, you might want to. It's great. Alright, we got a treasure, we got some discovery and some study, but we are out of supplies. So Agatha loses some armor, right? Little concerned about that. Nothing of interest here. We're gonna take another debuff. Agatha loses speech power. That's really unfortunate. And one more debuff. Loses attack power. Okay, well that's not that bad. We didn't get to our 3 stupas, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. Alright, let's go to the end. The crew finds a small shrine. Alright, you open up, and there's a sentient door guarding the passage ahead. Play Conglak with me, win and you may pass. Okay. What is our chance to win? 0%. Remind. We're going to cheat until we win, which means we take minus 20 speech defense, which is really unfortunate, but we didn't really have a choice there. Alright. Beautiful valley surrounded by mountains, and there is a holy site. And beautiful statues with ruby eyes. Hildegard casually wants to traverse the holy site when the statues shoot lasers at us. Agatha looks at the tiles on the floor. They're marked with mysterious symbols. There must be a hidden path. And we do have Agatha, who is an archaeologist. She can probably figure it out. Now, we might as well use our tool here. I think this is the last check for this mission. There's no point in saving it. Clever thinking, Agatha. And there is Bo the Misadventurous. They're trying to sacrifice him. Let's not let them do that. I know the situation looks very awkward, but you have to understand. To keep the world happy and spread the peace of the trance, our god demands the sacrifice of a clown to cheer him up. I'm sorry I hid this from you guys. Stop sacrificing. Well, our friend might be a little strong, but stop sacrificing that guy. Time to rescue him. Now, we do have lots of debuffs on this crew right now, which concerns me a tad. See how this goes. Alright, we do only have to defeat the boss, which is nice. I don't want to use that yet. Let's back up and try to take care of some of these guys, like usual. And hope they grew up for our 1 AoE. Now, eventually we will get a couple more AoEs. Agatha will get a friendly AoE, and we can upgrade Amnesia Shot. Now, we did upgrade Amnesia Shot to hit 2 targets now. We do have a little bit. It doesn't quite do it, so instead we're going to use Agatha. She has that aura that gives lower speech defense. And then we'll bring Hildegard back here. And start working on this guy. He's got a lot of defense, but Hildegard actually lost some speech power, which is probably why that does so little damage. Right. Okay, not too much damage. That's okay. And we can target... Okay, Agatha. So everyone's going to be a little injured. So this might be a good time to use Philippe's AoE heal, since everyone needs it. I would very much like to get rid of that gal, because she can do those AoE attacks, which are pretty devastating. Master of Trance, right. Now, Dharma is weak to Impress, which is good, because we have 2 members of the team that are particularly good at Impress. Very nice. Probably can't... Oh, we can take that guy. Ooh. I didn't think Lecture would do enough damage to do that, but it actually does. That might be worthwhile. At least get a start on this guy, and we should be able to finish him off with Philippe. Alright, now, we probably can't do much to this guy. No, but we can give it a start on it. And, you know what? Let's separate all our members so they can't get AoE'd. Are we safe there? Not really. Yeah, I think we will put... I would like to put her to go all the way over here, but she can only go to here, and that is within AoE range. So, maybe instead we'll put her down, just to make sure they can't catch all 3. This does mean that Hildegard will probably take a lot of damage. But it's either that or take a lot of AoEs. And she does have 58 speech defense, which is a lot. So hopefully she'll survive. She's going to take at least 3 attacks here, though. Ooh, I don't know. 3 attacks might be a little much for her, especially if one of them is from the boss. There's the AoE. It just hit Hildegard. Not too bad. But she is impressed now, which means that this attack will probably finish her off. Alright. Oh, a miss. Very nice. Do you have grit, Hildegard? That would surprise me if Hildegard has any grit. It can't be much. 13. Okay. 12% chance. Actually, that's pretty good. All right, let's bring Agatha down here. Finish off this guy just because he's one that we can one hit. And I did want to start working on that Master of Trance, but I think instead I'm going to bring Philippe all the way over here with his +1 movement speed he got. You know what? I should keep him in an AoE. As much as I hate to do that because the Masters of Trance are so close, this benefits me too much to not do it. And I'll move Hildegard over here so that they're no longer all grouped together quite so badly. And wow, we can't get much damage on that Master of Trance, so instead we'll just bring her all the way over here and start working on this guy. As long as we can keep healing ourselves up, we should be okay. Our only risk is that someone takes enough damage to go down all in one turn, which definitely could happen, but we'll hope it doesn't. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Oh. We are taking a lot of damage. We're gonna have to do something a little bit differently. Because Philippe will almost certainly go down here. Oh, didn't target Philippe, okay. Well, maybe not. But our AoE heal is down, which is unfortunate. We have Cheer. You could start working on the boss, but he's not going to take much damage. Still has 40 speech defense, which is a lot. Bring Agatha over here. Or not Agatha, Hildegard over here. Finish this guy off. I could heal Philippe. Ooh, not by much. Wow. What happened to Agatha's speech power? 75% debuff. Okay, whatever he did. Ah, yeah. Charming display for 1 turn. Speech power decreased by 75%. Wow. That is a lot. Okay, that's gonna make this quite a bit more difficult. I mean, I could just smack one of these guys. Especially because Agatha might do more damage with an attack right now than with a speech of some sort. Just because of that debuff. Let's try bringing Agatha over here. Yeah, that's actually quite a bit of damage. Okay, we're just gonna smack him and get the bonus. Plus 20 speech defense, very nice. And bring Philippe over here. I hate to use Amnesia Shot right now because it has that nice debuff on it. So instead, we'll just use a normal attack here to finish off this guy. That just leaves the boss and 2 Masters of Trance. Fortunately, we are low on resolve. And there's a possibility that all 3 of our members go down this turn. There's a very good possibility that all 3 of our members go down this turn. If that happens, we are in trouble. Yeah, I think we're dead. I think we did. Yep, there we go. Alright, well, it was a good try. Hey, it's a random run. You're not going to get those ideal crews. And it's also possible that I've misplayed because I'm a little tired. I don't think so, but you always think that, right? But thank you guys very much for watching. Let's see if we get any new booster pack cards, because we are missing a couple of cards still. I should probably look and see exactly how many, because there's probably not many cards I'm missing, but I know I'm missing some. Let's take a look here. Campfire Stories. Okay, missing 1 there. That's a character card of some sort. That's it. Okay, I'm missing 1 character card. That's it. Now, I could look, I'm sure, and figure out whose character card that is. Is it one of the new characters? There's one of them. There's one. Okay, yes, it's one of the new characters. It's it's Hojo? Is that his name? 1 second, let me check, because it's going to bother me unless I get this right. Hojo, yes. So I'm missing Hojo's character card, which makes sense, because we haven't played very much with Hojo. Okay. that explains that. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate it. If you like the video, please put a like on it. If you want to see more in the future, subscribe, and follow my Twitter for updates on the channel. And I might put up polls every once in a while asking people what they think about certain things, or asking for your opinion on questions that I have. I guess that's it. I'll see you next time.